Hi, my name is Manjunath Ravi and I'm the founder of Olungu. Before I show you the product, let me quickly explain why I built Olungu in the first place. Most website blockers make you do a lot of work before they can help you. You have to create block lists, decide which websites are distracting, and keep updating those rules as your work changes. And even after doing all that, the rules are usually too blunt. If you block YouTube, you block all of YouTube. If you block Reddit, you block all of Reddit. But that is not how we use the internet anymore. The same site can be useful in one moment and completely distracting in the next. A YouTube tutorial might help you learn something, but a sports highlight or a comedy clip or an entertainment video might pull you completely off track. This is exactly the problem Olungu is built to solve. Olungu does not just look at the domain, it looks at the actual page you're visiting and compares it with the focus instructions you have given. So if the page is useful, Olungu lets you continue. If the page is distracting, Olungu blocks it. Simple idea, but very powerful. You get to use the useful parts of the internet without constantly maintaining a static block list. Okay, enough talking. Let's see Olungu in action. You can download Olungu from the Chrome Web Store or the Firefox add-on store. Once it is installed, you will see the Olungu dashboard like this when you click on the extension icon. First, sign in with your email. Once you're signed in, you will see a few sections here, but the most important part is the profile. This is where you tell Olungu what should and shouldn't be blocked. In plain English, you can describe your profile. It can be generic, where you mention what you do and what sites usually distract you, or very task-focused, where you mention a specific task and instruct to block all non-task related sites. It is your focus instruction for Olungu. For this demo, I've written that I'm a software engineer, so all software-related sites should be allowed. I've also mentioned that sports, news, and entertainment usually distract me. Now I'll make sure the guard is turned on. Once the guard is on, Olungu starts protecting your browsing automatically. Let's test it. Let's go to Google and search for Python learning. As you can see, Olungu allows it, and you can see the banner at the bottom explaining why it was allowed. This makes sense because Python learning is related to software and learning. Now let's try something distracting. FIFA scores. And there it is. Olungu blocks it. Why? Because it is sports related, and I already told Olungu that sports is one of my distractions. The important thing here is that I did not create a rule for this exact page. I did not add this URL to a block list. Olungu understood the page and blocked it based on my instructions. Now let's try YouTube, because this is where normal blockers usually struggle. Quick note, the blank YouTube feed here is from another extension. That part is not from Olungu. Now I'll search for AI tutorials. As you can see, Olungu allows it. This makes sense because this is useful for my software learning context. Now let's search for something else. As you can see, this gets blocked. So YouTube itself is not the problem. The page is what matters. An AI tutorial can be allowed. A sports video cannot be. This is the main difference. Olungu helps you use useful pages without getting pulled into distractions. But sometimes, Olungu may make the wrong decision. That should be rare, but it can happen. When that happens, you can dispute the decision. You can explain why the page is actually useful, and if AI thinks your reason is valid, it'll let you override the block and continue. So you're not completely stuck when there is a reasonable exception. Now, let me show you one more important feature. Earned breaks. The idea is simple. You can take breaks, but your break time is limited by the focus time you earn. For every 5 minutes of focus, you earn 1 minute of break allowance. You can use that break anytime during the day. So instead of feeling guilty about taking a break, you know you earned it. That is the main workflow of Olungu. You write your focus instructions, turn on the guard, and Olungu starts working in the background. Now let me show you a few more optional settings. First, guard challenge. You can turn the guard off anytime, but if you know you might turn it off too quickly, you can add a little friction. For example, you can make yourself type a phrase without mistakes, or you can submit your reason to AI, or like what I've done here, you can make yourself watch a motivational YouTube before turning the guard off. This is optional but useful when you want to pause before disabling protection. Next, domain rules. As we discussed before, Olungu does not require blocklists, but you still have manual control when you want it. You can manually allow or block specific domains. You can mark gateway sites like YouTube, Reddit, or Google, sites that can have both useful and distracting content. And you can also mark sensitive sites like banking or healthcare, where Olungu should completely back off and not inspect the page at all. So the AI handles most of the work, but you still have control when you need it. Next, you can also have control over storage and AI setup. For storage, you can use local storage if you do not want your data stored on a service, or you can use Cloud Sync if you want your settings backed up and available across browsers and devices. For AI, there are 3 options. The easiest one is Managed AI. This is where Olungu handles the AI setup for you. You can also bring your own API key. With BYOK, classifications go directly to the AI provider, but you still need to pay the AI provider directly based on your usage. And finally, you can also use local models. Local models are free and private because everything stays on your machine, but it requires more setup and accuracy can be less predictable depending on the models you use. So you can choose what matters most to you: easiest setup, direct provider control, maximum privacy. There are a few other helpful features too, like Rabbit Hole Watch. Rabbit Hole Watch warns you when you spend too much time on a site, even if the site is technically allowed. You can also set focus goals, build streaks, view distraction analytics, and enable encouraging notifications. But the main idea is simple. Olungu helps you stay focused without constantly managing block lists, rules, and exceptions. You tell Olungu what you're trying to do. Olungu analyzes the context of the actual page you are visiting vis-a-vis your focus instruction, and if that page pulls you away from your focus, Olungu blocks it. That is Olungu, a smarter way to stay focused while still using the useful parts of the internet. I'd be happy to hear what you think. Please write to us at hello@olungu.com. Thank you.